Feast of Abundant Harvest of the Firstfruits, Part 3, by the Honorable Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Beit Nun Sophie Yud-Heh-Wav-Heh, Yahweh Ben Yahweh.
Welcome to Feast of Weeks. Who would ever dream Feast of Weeks would hold such treasure that we're partaking of? Let us once again turn to Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 19. Read.
A feast is made for laughter, and wine maketh merry, but money answers all things.
I repeat that the Feast of Weeks exhibits many lessons of great benefits to each of us individually and the nation of Yahweh. Some instances we see the feast is for laughter, but that's not all it is for. Those who will only settle for a feast for laughter are incomplete. They have a limited understanding of how the Bible is written. They do not know that the Bible is written figuratively and literally, prose and poetry, metaphors and similes. They don't know that it's written symbolically and prophetically, nor allegorically. And they're unable to distinguish the difference when you talk about it. But even this verse can be looked at 10 different ways. And I'm directing your attention away from laughter to the seriousness of the wealth contained in this scripture. Let's go to Psalms 104, verse 14. Here we see that Yahweh is the causer. I said Yahweh is the causer. The only way you can have a feast is that you understand Yahweh is the causer. Otherwise, you'll take the feast for granted and that it is a time for laughter only. Here I see a serious consideration that since it is Yahweh that causes the grass to grow, then he's the causer of all things that grows, including wealth. Let's go to Deuteronomy 8:18 and see. Isn't it beautiful to see that everything I speak is in the book? And I've taught us to look at it. Deuteronomy 8:18. Read.
But thou shalt remember the Lord thy God Yahweh, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth.
That he may do what?
Establish his covenant, which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day.
Right now, while you're listening to me, the covenant, the agreement of Yahweh is established. I'm here. I agreed to come. I told Abraham that after you had served 400 years, I would come. Not before 400 years, but after 400 years, I would come and judge the nation that you serve. So I've kept my establishment, my covenant, my agreement. I'm here this day. Now that I'm here, I'm establishing for the first time in your life, Feast of Weeks. And letting you know that the same God that causes the grass to grow also is the one that gives you power of mind to get wealth. Same Yahweh. So when we are in accord with the causer of things to grow, then we're talking about accumulating wealth. We're talking about accumulating money. We're talking about eliminating poverty of mind among our people who say silly things like, I don't want to be rich. I just want enough to get by. Why should we settle for less when we can have the best and all the rest? Someone taught us to think foolishly. I don't want to be rich. I just want enough to get by. I don't want to get by. I want all the wealth on earth. All of it. Now, you may not want all of it, but I do, and I'm looking for all of my children that want to submit to the will of Yahweh and have all of it. I don't want you to follow me if you don't want all of it. If you want to keep your poverty state of mind, stay away from me. It's not that I'm afraid of you. It's not that I think your poverty will rub off on me, because I came to you in object poverty anyway. I told you in Revelation, I know your poverty. I know all about your poverty state of mind. And your poverty way of thinking, your poverty-stricken mind. I come in your midst to change it and take you from wanting to get by to wanting all that's coming to you. See, you were the good man. I want all of it, and you my joint heir. You're a co-heir with Christ. So how could you want less than what he comes to give? I don't want to be heir with a man that wants nothing. What will I have? Nothing. What value would it be for me to share an inheritance with a man that has nothing? Feast of Weeks is about the accumulation of wealth. Then you have a lot to laugh about. You can be merry or hot when you got plenty of money. Well, I don't want a rich man's word. I can pay people to worry for me. Enough money. What? Here's a problem. I'm paying you to worry about it. You solve it. I'm going on to be happy. Feast of Weeks. We're talking about the man that caused things to happen. The man that caused the grass to grow. He's the man that gives me the power to get wealth. I think I have proven to the world that I have the power to get wealth. I think I have done a pretty good job of showing that I have the power of mind to get wealth. If I were like any other man on earth, I'll keep my power a secret. That's right. I keep the knowledge of my power to myself. But I'm the only man that will teach you how to get the power that I demonstrated. And I'm the only man living willing to give you the power to to become the sons of Yahweh as I am, like unto myself. You can't be me, but I can help you be like unto me. And it's my pleasure to give you the kingdom. It's my good pleasure. I'm not threatened by your getting rich. I'm in trouble long as you talk. See, I look like you. As long as they say niggas no good, and I look just like you, though I'm good, people will be saying I'm no good too. So to make sure everybody understands that I'm different from you, I dress different. I dress like God. So you need power of mind to overcome that condition. And since I have demonstrated that I have the power to get wealth, guess what? That's proof positive that I know how to give you that same power. Your blessing is that I am the eleemosynary one. I'm altruistic. I get my joy out of giving. Now I have two conditions. All you have to meet is two conditions, two basic conditions, and I'll give you the power you see me demonstrate. First, believe on my name. And when you believe on my name, whose name are you believing on? My Father Yahweh. That's number one. Two, receive me as the Son, only begotten Son of Yahweh. And when you meet those conditions, then you'll listen to me. You will hear me. I can give you instructions to follow that will result in you having power of mind. It's incredible when you can come from under the control of others, where others who exercise restraint upon your activity, that can be eliminated. You can have peace there. That's what I have come to do. I proved today by studying T that Yahweh is independent. The mind of Yahweh is independent. You cannot be a child of God with a dependent mind. Any more than in John chapter 8 can you be the seed of Abraham doing the work other than Abraham did. What identifies you as the seed of Abraham is when you do the works of Abraham. So what do you think identifies you as a child of the Most High? Is when your mind works like the Most High's mind. And when your mind works contrary to the Most High, you have a satanic mind. You have a mind in opposition to the Creator, Yahweh. And even if you get rich as a devil, you shall soon be cut off like mown grass. Feast of Weeks deals with your rejoicing over Yahweh accumulating great wealth for you. It's available. All you have to do is submit your will to the will of your Creator. Name's Yahweh. Simple formula. Are you successful without Yahweh? Are you able to duplicate my work without Yahweh? You haven't. You have to admit that I've done a good work. I have set a model of excellence for the world to look at. With the people who've never known excellence. I've established excellence with the people who were not striving to excel. I did it anyway. I have established wealth with the people who only want to get by. It's a miracle. I have established riches with the people who don't know how to get rich. And if I turn the riches that I have accumulated over to you, it will be quickly dissipated and you will be back into the condition of your poverty-ridden mind. You have to go through a mind change in order to protect the wealth that I have accumulated for you. My job is incomplete until you can protect what I give to you. You cannot protect the wealth that I have accumulated for you. I have created this inheritance for you. But my job is incomplete until you can protect your inheritance forever. Feast of Weeks leads to the straight gate. Here it is in the Bible that I read all of my life, set up in church under bishops and preachers and religious leaders all of my life. And they never showed me this scripture. That it is Yahweh who gives the power to get wealth. Even if I had read it, they could not have translated this into wealth for me. How do I know? Because they have not. Isn't it amazing that I have taken a handful of people and created wealth, and the Pope has 800 million and they're living in poverty? Something wrong, boy. I mean, can you imagine? Just try to imagine what I can do with 800 million dollars. With what I've demonstrated with a handful. Check it out. You try to calculate that for me. I have the richest mind in the universe and outside the universe. No mind is richer than mine, because my mind is the mind of Yahweh, the Creator. And no one can exceed that. Material things of the earth does not make me rich, because it's from my riches that I made the material things of the earth. The earth and all its material existence is but a result of the riches from within my mind. And when I share my riches with all the people of the earth, it does not diminish my wealth. I don't care what you take from the earth and form it into. When you are finished, you have to leave it right here where I made it. But yet I retain the wealth of my desired mind. Proving whatever you do has to come back to the Creator, the originator. That's what that proves. You can't take it. You have to leave it. You thought you left it to your children? No. Child's a fool. When you study the matter, you're leaving it in the hands of the one that created it, whether you like it or not. All right, it was here before you were born. And if you think you're important, ask your mama, did the sun get brighter when you were born? Mama, did the sun shine brighter when I was born? Did it have a greater intensity? Check the earth out and see when everybody died, does the sun get dim? Prove you don't affect Yahweh, but Yahweh affects you. So a wise person will get in tune with the one that can cause his condition to change from poverty to riches. Feast of Weeks, celebration of the first fruits of a multiplied seed into abundant crops for a rich harvest. And the rich harvest can be translated into great wealth. You mean translated? It is the wealth. It's the source of the wealth. What's the source? No, it's not the source. The source of the wealth is Yahweh. The moment you start worshiping the crop, I'll send a drought on you. See what you grow next year. You don't want to honor the Creator. See if you can make it rain. Well, I'll go dig me a well. Who put the water down there? So if you don't want to submit, I'll dry the well up. Smarty. I don't go through that trouble. I just submit to the cause of it. I just read where it is Yahweh that gives the power to get wealth. It is my love for you that causes me to redeem you. When I came to you, you were not telling me you love me. People were balling up my blessing, throwing them on the ground, walking on it, burning it, setting a fire. It's all good. So I didn't come to a people expressing their love for me. It is my love for you that caused me to endure ridicule, rejection, and being despised, and hanging on in there to cause my change to come. You didn't cause it. It is my love for you that caused me to redeem your mind from the control of others. My love for you that caused you to be independent in your mind, in the spirit of your mind. You know I have to love you to share my wealth with you. My wealth is not the hotels. My wealth is my power of mind to get the hotel. That's the wealth. If you had that equal wealth, you could go get some hotel. If you had that wealth of mind, it must be my wealth of mind that distinguishes me from you, because I came to Miami with no money. I came with no money and no followers. While these same churches have thousands of followers and doing nothing. I came along without any money and have built an empire. I obviously from my intangible wealth. And I have nerve to stand here and teach you and be willing to teach you how I do it. And challenge you to take hold of my wealth and keep on doing it. But I demonstrate that though I teach you the principles of how I get wealth and have the power to give you the power to become the sons of Yahweh, yet you are unable to take hold without following my formula. My formula requires you to take my yoke upon you and learn of me. Am I worthy to learn from? If you want wealth, I am. Because I've proven I can get wealth. Would I be destroyed? Would my wealth be destroyed if these buildings all burned down today? No. If they burn down right now, what would we do? Just build another. So somebody else would be through. Man, I had to give up. Not me. Just do it again. I know how to do it. I'll start off with a more beautiful building than this thing. If it burned down, we'll build a brand new one. 8 stories tall. Since I have produced wealth, I hold the keys for you to produce wealth. And being the good shepherd, it is my pleasure to share with you how to get more wealth. I'm not charging you tuition. I charge you to take my yoke upon you and simply learn of my divine love. And you should be eternally grateful that I'm willing to share my mind with you. The only reason I've shared is because I'm the son of Yahweh. Otherwise, I would not share it. I just let you stay jealous. You don't have to be jealous. I'm developing it for you. It doesn't come free. You have to study. You have to be willing to learn. That's the price you pay. Studying. My mind. Learning how I do it. I'm a willing teacher. How many want to be wealthy? For example, if you don't want to be wealthy, you are really in the depths of poverty. You need a revolution in your mind. Are you willing to pay the price to get wealthy? All it takes is believe on my name, receive my mind into your mind by taking my yoke upon yourself. Come and enroll in my school and learn of my mind. And then I will give you as a gift power of mind to become divine. You're of the divine mind. The only thing about you that is of true value is your mind. You can substitute every part of your body but your mind. Yeah, you can replace your heart and your mind is still funny. You can replace your liver, your spleen, and your bladder, and your kidneys, and your mind still functions. Huh? Cut off your arm and give you another arm. Your mind will say, give me my arm over here. Bring me my arms. Lose your legs. But you find out what counts is your what? Your mind. You can make yourself some legs, man. Get around. That's what you did in the womb. Everything that you use in this world, you made it in the womb to serve your mind. Even your eyes are made, created to serve your mind, so your mind can see. You can cut your nose off, spite your face, but your mind still functions. So what's important is what you feed your body, what you feed your mind. Why are our people the most impoverished people on the planet? State of mind. I'm promoting the one that caused the grass to grow. Yeah, that's Psalm 104:14. I'm worshiping the one that caused the grass to grow, that the cattle eat. That's a part of my natural economy. I created the cattle, then I caused the grass for them to eat, and they eat the grass and convert it into milk and cheese and butter. Take the dung and use it to fertilize and to heat my house and to cook with. When they get sick and die, I take their hides, make shoes, pocketbooks. Yeah. Take the part that you can't use for, grind it up, and use it for fertilizer. Replenish the earth. Come on. Take the fat from the animal and use it to grease my machinery. A lot of things I do. I have an industry. See, I cause an industry just by causing the grass to grow. I take care of the cow, the cow take care of me. You've been taught, kill the cow. Eat up your wealth. I want the cow to live long as she can live. She's valuable. Every 9 months she can bring me a new cow. When it came from her, 9 months later is able to produce me another cow. Look at my wealth. In 20 years, I've been populated the whole earth with cows. Need a lot of grass to grow. So I want to be in touch with the man that's causing the grass to grow to feed my cow. Then I can laugh. Be rich like Job. You've been taught by your enemy to be a prostitute. First thing you want to do is sell your ass. Kill it, eat it, destroy it. This is telling us there's an economy created by Yahweh. And you've never been taught to take a look at it. Your oppressor took you off the farm, separating you from the one that caused the grass to grow. Separating you from the one that will cause your crops to grow, so that you can have a feast of weeks. We've been reduced so low that we can't keep the law of Yahweh sometimes and come and celebrate. I mean, if your crops are in abundance, you can afford to take a week off. If you can't afford to take a week off 3 times a year to do what your Creator said, you're in the wrong business. You could get here if there was no air airplanes or cars. Just get on your ass and come. And leave early. And picnic on the way. Travel all over there, just coming to see Yahweh. It is Yahweh that gives you the power to get wealth. Why don't you have it? Why are you without power? Because you've been cut off from the source, Yahweh.
That's right.
Have you been cut off? You've been cut off in the mind. It's your mind that has been cut off. Not your body, your mind. And I'm here causing you to cast off the old man. Take on a new man. Get rid of the old man. Take on a new man. I'm bringing you, in Psalms 104:14, I'm bringing you the knowledge from the one that causes the grass to grow and all other things to grow. Gave it as a food for the cattle. And I gave herbs for the service of man. I'm bringing you that knowledge. Herbs will serve you. Where are your herbs? You let some people tell you, herb man, ikanji boy. Herb mean to serve the man. You'll get cancer of the lung. Man, the herb killing. So the herb was for salvation, man. The man had the herb and the herb is still here. The man is gone. Yahweh said the herb is for the service of the man, not for the man to serve the herb. Man, we're serving herbs to each other. Here, man, smoke. The herb is supposed to serve you. How does the herb serve you? Make you rich. What are the herbs? Carrots, peas, corn, squash, mustard green, pigeon peas, plantain, banana. The herb, man, made to serve you, make you rich, get the abundant crop. And the money has a hard thing, man. We twisted it around. Smoke up the herb and don't know where you are. Don't even see poverty. Smoke the herb and be sitting in the middle of filth. Don't even take bath, man. Be funky, man. And say funk is make the man. No, the man make the funk. Twist it. Don't twist it. I'm telling you, I made it to serve you. Yahweh made the herb to serve you. That you may bring forth what? Food. So the herb that's for your service is food. Not smokes. Now those of us who live this scripture will take all the seeds we can find from the herb and do what with them? Plant them. And let the Creator, what? Multiply into what? Abundant harvest. Which is instant wealth. You can exchange it for any of your needs. Especially to people who don't want to plant. They're at your mercy. You're at your enemy's mercy. You have to pay whatever he charges, or don't eat it. He got you, doesn't he? Man, food is high. He got you with what you use and need to live. He took you away from the farm, and then he grew it. Then he worked you for as a slave to eat what Yahweh calls to grow. He'll tell you, listen to him, that he depends on the good Lord to send rain. You don't depend on the good Lord. You depend on the wicked man who charges you a big price. So if you keep the law of Yahweh, keep the laws of Yahweh, and keep his high holy days, and keep his feast of weeks, then this will cause you to remember that you were in bondage in Egypt, and that it is Yahweh who delivered us and is ready to deliver you now from your poverty. How can you get rich depending on someone else to grow your food and charge you all the money you earn working for him to eat? Explain that to me. He passed laws that you can only grow food in certain areas. You think you're free? Go get your cow and bring him on in time. Come on, man. I'm independent. Shoot, I'm getting ready to have me a cow of my own. You better get away from me. I'm free. All this grass growing up, they say this grass belongs to the city, this grass here belongs to the county, and this grass is growing up free in all the state, that belongs to the state. Put your cow on it. Yahweh called the grass to grow, but go on, take your cow. You free, go on, take your cow. Go. They will impound you and your cow. He cannot afford for you to be out from under his control. How can you be free depending on another man to raise your cow? I can have some more fun with that other one, couldn't you? You think you're free with somebody else raising your ass. You got to raise your own asses to be free. Am I causing anyone to become serious-minded? How many can understand what the Feast of Weeks is really about? Wealth. Accumulation of wealth. Learning how to get the power to get wealth. Go to the one that caused it. I am Yahweh's son. That's what makes me so powerful. I'm tuned in to the mind of the Creator. I offer solutions from the mind of the Creator. So I have creative solutions. My solutions are divine. They come from the divine mind. Verse 15, wine makes the heart glad. What about your pocket? Having money in it. You even pay somebody else for the wine. How can you be glad when they took all your money to buy the wine? They own your vineyard. They own all your grapes. No wonder you're unemployed. You turn your back on your wealth. You thought you were taking the mind of your enemy, but your enemy is growing food. The man that you complain about discriminating against you, you go to him to eat. And then fuss because he charged you, or don't act like he wants you in the store, and you fuss to go in. I open up a store and say, welcome, you won't come in. I charge you half the money that your enemy charges, and you'll go to him and give him twice the money. And no, he doesn't like you, and I love you. Why you don't shop with me, where you save money, get the best food for less, and then I treat you good? Why not? God. Why is this building not packed? Because people love darkness rather than light. Who created light? The book says Yahweh is the father of light. So if you love darkness, you're against the father of light. What am I shining here? Light. How can you see where you're going to get rich and you're in absolute darkness? I love you. I pray this Feast of Weeks is a blessing to your mind. Selah.